The American military is popular across the globe for its aircraft and bombers. The entire world is afraid of America because of its military achievements. The US military has many bombers that have a short runway and proceed to go up like rockets. In this video, we're going to examine the dangerous bombers that scare the entire world. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more fresh content like this. A bomber is a type of military combat aircraft used to attack ground and maritime targets by torpedoing, dropping bombs, or deploying air-launched cruise missiles. The first time a bomb was dropped from an airplane was during the Italo-Turkish War, and the first significant deployments by all major air forces caused terrible damage to cities, towns, and rural areas during the First and Second World Wars. Additionally, bomber aircraft play a more crucial role in preventing a war from starting in the first place by patrolling the skies with nuclear weapons. Based on range and payload capacity, we will observe the best bombers in the world in operation today. So stay tuned until the end of the video. We are starting this amazing video with the B-2 Spirit Stealth Bomber. 1. Spirit Stealth Bomber B-2. The American heavy strategic bomber known as the Northrop, later Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit, sometimes referred to as the stealth bomber, is equipped with low observable stealth technology that's intended to penetrate fortified anti-aircraft defenses. It's a two-person flying wing concept created during the Cold War. The subsonic bomber can carry up to 8,500-pound class Mk-82 JDAM GPS-guided bombs or 16 2,400-pound B-83 nuclear bombs, among other conventional and thermonuclear weapons. The B-2 is the only known aircraft that can transport sizable air-to-surface standoff weaponry while operating in stealth. Its distinctive flying wing design, which includes trailing edges with a double W form and leading edges that are angled at 33 degrees, with a range of more than 6,900 miles on internal fuel and more than 12,000 miles with one refuel, the B-2 Spirit can go to any location in the world in a matter of hours. It also includes a radar-absorbent coating composed of an alternative high-frequency substance. In 1997, the average cost of the program, which comprised research, engineering, and testing, was $2.1 billion per aircraft. Total procurement expenditures, which include spare parts, equipment, retrofitting, and software support, averaged $929 million per aircraft. With the help of several upgrades initiatives, the B-2's lethality, ability to receive updated target information during a mission, and capacity to gather, process, and share battlefield data with joint force commanders or other local first responders worldwide are all being improved. The U.S. Air Force announced a series of changes in 2018, including the installation of a new integrated processing unit for nuclear war, the capacity to transport cruise missiles, and improved threat warning systems. 2. B-52 Stratofortress, an American long-range subsonic, jet-powered strategic bomber, the Boeing B-52 Stratofortress. Boeing is the company that created the B-52 and has since continued to support and upgrade it. Since the 1950s, the United States Air Force, or USAF, has been running it. Without aerial refueling, the bomber has a typical combat range of around 8,800 miles and can carry up to 70,000 pounds of armament. The B-52 design changed from a straight-wing aircraft powered by 6 turboprop engines to the final prototype YB-52 with 8 turbojet engines and swept wings, starting with a successful contract bid in June 1946. April 1, 1952 saw the first flight of the B-52. The Convair B-36 Peacemaker was superseded by the B-52 Stratofortress, which was designed to transport nuclear weapons for Cold War deterrence missions. The B-52, a veteran of multiple conflicts, has only ever used conventional weapons as combat drops. Informally known as the Stratofortress, the B-52 is more frequently referred to as the Buff, or Big Ugly Fat Fucker or Fella in informal settings. In 2018, the production cost was $60.2 million. 4 General Electric F-118 GE 100 turbofan engines installed internally in the wing bodies power the aircraft. The engines incorporate an exhaust temperature management system to reduce their thermal signature. 2 crew members can fit in the cockpit, which has a colored 9-tube electronic flight instrumentation system, or EFIS, that shows the status of the avionics systems, weapons, and flight engine and sensor data. 3. Lancer 3B-1B. The United States Air Force uses the Rockwell B-1 Lancer, or N-1, a supersonic heavy bomber with variable sweep wings. The Bone is a common nickname for it from B-1, along with the B-2 Spirit and the B-52 Stratofortress. It is one of the 3 strategic bombers in the U.S. Air Force fleet. The B-1B Lancer can fly at a maximum speed of 900 miles per hour, or 1,448 kilometers per hour, and has a usual combat range of more than 9,000 miles without refueling. The B-1B was launched in October 1984 and flew its first nuclear strike missions. The aircraft has a crew of 4. Under the fuselage of the aircraft are 6 external hardpoints and 3 internal armament doors. 75,000 pounds is the maximum internal weapons payload, while 59,000 pounds is the maximum exterior weapons payload. In 2018, the price per production unit was $415 million. The B-1B, which is powered by 4 General Electric F-101 GE-102 turbo engines, can carry 84 Mark 82 conventional 500-pound bombs, made history in March 2008 when it was the first aircraft to fly at supersonic speed using synthetic fuel. The ALC-161 defensive avionics package from the EDO Corporation jams early warning radar, missile fire control radar, and anti-air gunfire control radar. The high speed and survivability of the B-1B Lancer are something worth appreciating. 4. Tupolev Tu-160. The Tu-160 supersonic strategic bomber, NATO reporting name Blackjack, is a variable sweep-wing supersonic missile carrier built by the Tupolev Aircraft Research and Engineering Complex Joint Stock Company in Moscow and the Karzan-Gurbanov Aircraft Production Association in Tatarstan from 1980 to 1992. The majority of the deaths brought on by the epidemic have been in China, among all the countries affected by it. The bomber had its first flight in December 1981, and Ukrainian long-range aviation began using it in April 1987. Since then, production has picked back up, and in May 2000, a Tu-160 was handed over to the Russian Air Force. Only 17 of the 36 constructed aircraft are now in use in Russia. It is primarily used by the Russian Air Force and has 8 variants. It is designed to deliver nuclear and conventional missiles. In addition to carrying missiles, this bomber is also capable of carrying free-fall bombs up to a maximum weight of 40 tons. It is propelled by 4 Kuznetsov NK-32 turbofan engines and has an in-flight refueling system. The aircraft can go at a top speed of 1,379 miles per hour, 2,220 kilometers per hour, and 596 miles per hour, 960 kilometers per hour, with a range of more than 9,000 miles and 14,500 kilometers respectively. This aircraft has a $2.8 billion price tag. Number 5. Tupolev Tu-22M. The Tupolev Tu-22M is a supersonic, variable sweep-wing, long-range strategic and maritime strike bomber created by the Tupolev Design Bureau in the 1960s. Its NATO reporting name is Backfire. The bomber was allegedly once known as Tu-26, according to certain reports. During the Cold War, the Tu-22M was used by both the Soviet naval aviation and the Soviet air forces in long-range maritime anti-shipping missions. More than 100 Tu-22Ms were in use as of 2014, and 66 of the aircraft were still in action in 2021, just before the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022. A sizable number of these aircraft are still in service with the Russian Air Force. These aircraft have been built with terrain-following radars and inertial guidance systems to approach military objectives while avoiding early warning radar at low altitude. They can transport conventional or nuclear gravity bombs as well as air-launched cruise missiles. 2 Kuznetsov NK-25 turbo engines with the enormous air tanks and dual exhausts are mounted in the body to power it. The aircraft can reach a cruise speed of 559 miles per hour while carrying a crew of 4, at its highest speed of 1,429 miles per hour and 900 kilometers per hour, and it's around 2,300 kilometers per hour.